right. Good afternoon, Bulldogs, and thank you for attending today's assembly. I'm Mrs. Faudenwright. I'm the sponsor of Girls Cabinet, and today we have a very special guest, Dr. Kimzey, who is the superintendent of Pueblo D60, and is here today on behalf of our Girls Girl campaign. So let's go ahead and give her a warm welcome. Now, to talk more about our campaign, here's head girl Ella Severson.
Thank you, Ms. Faudenwright. For those of you who do not know, this week was our Girls Girl campaign, and to help us describe what a Girls Girl means to our community, here's Marissa Pancake, Jacelyn Shabel, and Juliana Segura.
Hi, my name is Jacelyn, and I'm here with
Mrs. Faudenwright.
And I just want to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
What does the phrase "a girl's girl" mean to you?
Oh, it means so many things, but for me, it means lifting each other up. When a girl lifts up another girl, to give them, a helping hand or support in a time of struggle. It's where we don't tear each other down. It's where we help each other to be more successful, and I think that's really important for us.
I agree.
Okay, right now I'm here with Kate, and the question for today's interview is, what does it mean to be a girl's girl?
A girl's girl means that you always have other girls' back.
Period.
Yeah.
Yep.
My name is Ella Severson, and I'm here with
Mr. Soderlin.
All right, and I have one question for you. What does it mean to be a girl's girl?
Really supporting your girls, like really being there, being a girl's girl all the time, and being there for your other girls.
I love that. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Liliana Haynes, and I was wondering if you could tell me what the phrase "a girl's girl" means to you.
I think a girl's girl is just a girl who's there for other girls when they need it, no matter what's going on.
Okay, I'm here with Riley, and today's question is, what does it mean to be a girl's girl?
Okay, to be a girl's girl is to just support one another and different girls.
Period.
Hi, I'm here with
Mrs. Chase in the front office.
Yes, and I was just wondering if you could tell me what the phrase "a girl's girl" means to you.
A girl's girl means to me a young lady who is loyal to other young ladies.
Hi, I'm here with Maya Mondragon, and the question of the day is, what does it mean to be a girl's girl?
Being supportive of every girl.
Yep.
I'm here with Kaylee Smiley, and my question for you is, what do you think a girl's girl is?
I think a girl's girl is girls giving compliments to girls.
I'm here with,
Mrs. Lonsberry.
and my question for you is, what do you think a girl's girl is?
It's girls and women who uplift each other. They, they support them. They cheer them on. They're, fans. Hey, go get it.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm here with Desiree, and today's question of the day is, what does it mean to be a girl's girl?
It means to love women and love yourself.
Period.
It means that you just live life to the fullest and are the happiest you can be.
I'm here with,
Miss Destiny.
yes, and I was just wondering if you could answer a question for me. Can you tell me what the phrase "a girl's girl" means to you?
I feel like being supportive of any girl's decisions, hyping them up when they're feeling down, building up their confidence and just being supportive all around.
I'm here with,
Jazz.
And my question for you is, what do you think the phrase "a girl's girl" means?
Like a girl that supports a girl in positive ways of anything she's doing in life and the decisions she's making.
Hi, I'm here with Kimberlyn Trujillo, and the question of the day is, what does it mean to be a girl's girl?
Support them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
hi, I'm here with,
Mr. Io.
yes, and I just have one question for you.
Okay.
Can you tell me what a girl's girl means to you?
A girl's girl is a baddie that lifts other baddies.
Hi, I'm here with Ellie, and I just have one question for you.
Okay.
Can you tell me what the phrase "a girl's girl" means to you?
I think a girl's girl is a girl that stands up for other girls when it matters.
against boys or against other girls, just standing up for each other.
All right, thank you again for that video. Now let's give Dr. Kimzey another warm welcome.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I hope we're having a great afternoon. I know we're in the final stretch. I want to thank Ella and Girls Cabinet and Ms. Fadenreich for inviting me today. This is truly an honor for me. So I've been asked the same question. What does it mean to be a girl's girl? I can share with you, as you may know, as superintendent of schools, I'm in a non-traditional role for a girl, for a woman. Most superintendents across the nation are men. And we love men, right? But we girls need to have our voice. So I have a few things that I've learned in my journey that might help all of us, including the guys in the audience today. The first one is, don't be afraid of your own voice and your own intuition. Sometimes as girls and as women, we may feel a little hesitant to share our perspective, our thoughts on any issue. Sometimes there are those who will try to make us feel less than. I have personally experienced that, because guess what? I'm old. And back in my day, women in leadership was really a rare thing. It's becoming less rare, and of that I am very glad. So here's the thing. Women, young women, we need to use our voice. It is okay to be strong. It's okay to have an opinion. It is okay to share your thoughts and your perspectives, because our community and our society needs everybody's perspective. Each one of us brings something unique, and it's important that each one of us shares our thoughts and our perspective. Sometimes people will call you a little too forceful if you're female and you have an opinion. You're not too forceful. Share that opinion. The second thing I would say is find a real, true friend who is what I call a critical friend. Somebody that is real with you. I have one. Somebody that will tell me, you know what, Barbara? I need you to rethink that, and here's why. Okay? Somebody that will share the truth with you in love. Not in criticism, but in love. So someone, you heard on the video everyone talking about what's a girl's girl. A girl's girl is someone who lifts other people up. Because guess what? We are all going to go farther in life if we collaborate and work together instead of compete against one another. I personally have experienced through the years where sometimes women see other women as threats because those higher positions have been hard for women to attain. But I'm here to tell you, we will all get farther if we will work together. As a school superintendent, my job is to lift everyone up. Students, staff, my own cabinet, so that they are ready to take on leadership when it's time for me to sit back and watch you guys lead us into the future. So find that person to collaborate with. And finally, what does it mean to be a girl's girl? Take care of yourself and listen to your own needs. We're in some tough times. You're on the precipice of some great changes in your lives as you move on from high school. And so really taking the time to take a breath, go for a walk, find that good friend you can talk to and vent with, because that's going to help you remain focused and strong and confident. And that's what will help you attain whatever goals you have. And no matter what they are, know that you are a leader. Every single one of us has a unique perspective and leadership within. Does that mean you have to be the president of something or the leader of a group? No. We all lead daily through our individual choices. Every choice we make models for other people our thoughts, our beliefs, and our perspective. So don't shy away from that. Take care of yourself and believe in your own voice. So that's pretty much what I have. And I, again, want to thank the Bulldogs for inviting me. This, to me, is a true, true honor. I'll share one final story with you. School for me was not easy. I actually couldn't read in the 8th grade. I was the kid in 8th grade that if the teacher asked you to read out loud, I found some reason to leave the room because I wasn't going to be embarrassed because I couldn't do it well. And look at me now. I actually have a doctorate. If you had told my middle school self or even my high school self that this is where I would be right now in my dream job with you, I would have laughed you off the face of the earth. I would not have believed it was possible. We can achieve, though, if we all believe in our own voices. So I got over that lack of self-confidence, obviously, and really worked for my dreams. So I want each of you to do that same thing. This is truly an honor for me and a high point in my career. So thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Dr. Kimzey. That was an amazing and inspiring speech. So now, if I could direct you guys to our interview space to do a Q&A with Marissa Pancake.
Thank you for being here with us, and thank you for that amazing speech. I really agree with that idea that oftentimes in society it's like stigmatized for women to have a loud voice and kind of speak out for themselves. So I'm glad that you brought that up for all the young girls in the audience today. So I have a few questions right here that I'm going to ask you. So the first question is, what inspired you to pursue a leadership role? And I'm going to extend that question and ask you what inspired you to pursue a leadership role in education as well.
Okay, so what inspired me to be a leader was that when I was a baby, new to the profession teacher, I saw a lot of things that I just felt like were wrong. I'm one of those people from the time I was a little kid. I have a very strong sense of right and wrong, and I felt like things in the classroom, I wasn't supported as a teacher and those kind of things. And so at first I thought, well, I can complain, and I tried that. Nothing happened. And so then I thought, well, maybe if I went into leadership. But again, I had a confidence problem at that point. So it actually was my assistant principal at the time, when I was a third-year teacher, who took me to the side, another woman, and said, Barbara, I see something in you, and I want you to go pursue your master's degree to become an assistant principal. So it was a combination of things, but it did take that other girl pushing me to get me here.
Yeah, I really admire that you kind of took initiative on what you were thinking and your ideas and really stepped up to the plate. So the next question is there any added pressure in your job because you're a woman?
Absolutely. As I shared up on the podium, being a female leader in a male-dominated role can be difficult. Females can be seen as being too emotional, and then if we're not emotional, being too strong-willed, because we state our opinions and we push forward with what we believe in. So it's a constant balancing act. The advice I would give is build relationships. So as you build those relationships and everyone gets to know you, then they start to accept your thoughts and opinions. However, that stigma is still very, very real.
All right, the next question is, how does being a girl's girl play a role into your career?
So as I shared, I had an assistant principal that pushed me out of the classroom, basically, because I love teaching. I miss you guys. I miss teaching kids. I was a high school teacher. But it was that vision of knowing that I could maybe impact things more if I took a leadership position. So I could make school what it wasn't for me, and I'm being honest. I felt left behind. I felt lost at school. And so the goal was to really change school for the better and make it better for kids.
Yeah, I know, and I know a lot of my peers here today, they also feel like they don't really fit into this criteria of this box or what it means to be like a high school scholar, so I really admire that. All right, and then the last question I have is, did you ever look up to any certain woman in your life?
Actually, yes, several, but the one that stands out to me the most is my great-grandmother. I had the privilege of knowing her before she passed away. She passed away when I was 12. And the stories she told me, she was born in 1898. Just process that. Like, that's in your history books, right? And she told me stories about riding a horse. I'm from Texas originally, okay? So riding a horse, not side saddle, which is how women were supposed to ride horses back then, but just like a guy would ride a horse, and racing her horse through the fields. And then helping lead a business with my great-grandfather. They bought a movie theater out in Marfa, Texas, which is far west Texas, and she helped run that. That was unheard of in the 30s and 40s when she was doing that. So I would say she's really my biggest inspiration.
Awesome. Do we have enough time for some audience questions? All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go around with the mic and we're going to get some questions from some of you guys in the audience.
Ooh, great question. I was a band member. I played the alto sax. Yep, and I loved it. I loved being in band. And that's actually the activity that helped turn things around for me as a high school student and then going into college. I gained confidence because I was pretty good. And I had a really good friend group, so.
Does anyone else have a question or?
So, what helped you build your confidence to, do what you're doing now?
That's also a great question. So like I said, in high school, I joined band. That really helped me. And then in college, I had a great group of friends that we stuck together. We made friends our freshman year on the same hallway in our dorm. And we really lifted each other up and we pushed each other. And so they pushed me. I then became a teacher. Like I said, the assistant principal really pushed me throughout my career. People have seen in me things that I didn't necessarily see in myself. And then as I grew in confidence, I then started to say, hey, I've got this. I can do this. I'm actually good at this. So let me keep going. So I would say it's from those experiences and some people pushing me along and encouraging me.
Who else has questions?
Hi. It was kind of hard for you to get some stuff doing in high school. How did you cope with that?
That is an awesome question. It was really hard for me. It was hard. It was embarrassing. As a middle school, late elementary, when I kind of figured out I was different, middle school, and then high school. Once I was in graduate school, I realized that my problem is that I'm dyslexic. But back in my day, there was basically no help for that. So what did I do and how did I cope? My dad used to say all the time, Kimzeys aren't quitters. And we're not. And that really resonated with me. So even when I would come home from school pretty upset, I would just try to remember that. And the other activity that I did that you would never know now, but I used to run. I used to run cross country, and somehow the running really helped clear my mind. And it was basically self-care when I was growing up because it helped me feel strong and like I could get through it. The other thing that really helped me academically was I figured out how to chunk tasks, assignments, and even reading. So I got to where, of course, I used my finger as I read. I got better and better at that. But I learned how to chunk things into little doable chunks with tiny little goals. And that really helped. And as a teacher, that's something I brought to the classroom as I taught kids. So even when we were doing our senior final research project, I taught English, and it's a huge long paper and the whole thing. I never gave them the big assignment together. I gave it in little chunks. So I would say just taking those little chunks, and those little chunks end up adding to big chunks, just like when you're running. Half a mile turns into a mile, turns into 3, 5, 13, 26, however far you're going. So you just have to keep going.
Does anyone else have any other questions? Do any teachers have questions?
Okay, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you so much for being here with us today. I feel like as a high schooler, especially in Pueblo, a lot of us feel really small, like we have to fit into this really tiny box, and we just don't really know like what to do with ourselves. But I feel like teachers, administrators, superintendents like you, and even like other students can really like help with that force to push us forward and realize that we do actually like, we can make a difference in the world, and we all have like the fire inside of us to do so. So thank you so much for being here with us today. It was really a pleasure.
Thank you. And let me just share with you, the sky's the limit. You guys are our future. I'm toward the end of my career, right? I'm old. But you guys truly are the future. Sky's the limit. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for Girls Cabinet and Mrs. Faudenright. Let's give one more welcome and applaud to Dr. Kimzey.
All right, guys, thank you again. Thanks for all the support this week for our campaign, and anybody that participated in the video, and thank you for your Bulldog good behavior at our assembly. I'm going to release you back with your teachers, back to your 7th hour. You only have a few minutes left. Don't forget, next week is prom. Make sure to participate in the